Call it Park Bubba Sparks.
Booty, 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 rockin' everywhere. Booty, booty.
Short. Hey, I don't know what to do.
What's up, YouTube? It's Desi, and I'm back with another video, you guys. So basically with this video, I'm going to talk about a little bit with phlebotomy. Now, if you guys catch me looking at the computer, I am, however, continuing with some work. Pretty much I work from home as a medical assistant, so I have to document a lot of stuff as far as for the progress note, but that's besides the point. This video is for phlebotomy. So as far as for phlebotomy, I just kind of wanted to talk about as far as for, is it hard becoming a phlebotomist and how to overcome your fear of doing phlebotomy. So a lot of people are very scared of phlebotomy due to as far as for sticking with needles and also dealing with blood. So I figured I can kind of talk about certain things that kind of help me overcome my fear with it. I really wasn't scared, not even going to lie to you, but I do know there are some people who are quite scared as far as for when it comes to phlebotomy. So this video can kind of help you out. Before I get into this video, please don't forget to like this video, comment below, and also make sure that you subscribe to my channel. I do have a giveaway going on as far as for everyone that helped me get to 3K subscribers, so be sure to check that down in the link below as well too. Okay, so as far as for phlebotomy, what is a phlebotomist? So a phlebotomist is pretty much going to be the person whenever you go to the hospital, and basically they're going to be the ones to draw the blood for you. Now, as far as for the internet term, what is a phlebotomist? Phlebotomy is the process of making a puncture in the vein, usually in the arm, or as far as for the purpose of drawing blood. The procedure itself is also known as venipuncture, which is also used for intravenous therapy. What does a phlebotomist do? A phlebotomist pretty much takes blood samples as far as for testing. The blood samples may be used to learn more about a particular patient, or they may be used in research. Phlebotomists also collect bloods from donors for those in need of blood transfusion. So that's pretty much what is a phlebotomist. Now, as far as for do I think phlebotomy is worth becoming, I would say yes, because if you're really trying to go far in the medical field, you will sooner or later will have to do phlebotomy. So I mean, there's no questions asked as far as for that. Most people want to know as far as for when it comes to phlebotomy, is it hard becoming a phlebotomist? I would say no. There's many different ways you can become a phlebotomist as far as for if you're trying to get certified or non-certified. But if you're trying to get certified, there's different agencies that you could take up upon that. But I would say the easiest route to kind of get your experience with phlebotomy is to start off at a plasma center. Now, I know I promote that all the time in my videos, but when I tell you, I do not regret my experience as far as for going to a plasma center, because at the end of the day, that helped me out with a lot of things. I know sometimes it's very tough working at a plasma center, because when you work at a plasma center, basically you're getting your experience with working with all types of patients. It's not like it's just a certain amount of patients. Like I said, you can work with older patients. Majority of the teens like to come there to get money, because at the end of the day, when you work at a plasma center, those are donors that's coming in there to pretty much get money whenever they donate plasma. You can get up to at least almost like about $300 within a whole month or more, if you continue to come all the time. But I'm not going to say go to the plasma center all the time if you're trying to donate, because that does messes up your flow. Everybody's body is different, but it does leave scar tissue, and that's another thing too. Like, I had got my experience with dealing with scar tissue. Everybody's vein is not easy to get access to. So I would like to, share that out as well too. Because most people, they don't usually share that type of information. Another thing I want to mention as far as for how to overcome your fear with phlebotomy. So for one, what I like to do is I like to think of myself as far as for being the patient or the donor at the time. One, I would like to think as far as for how I would want to be treated whenever I want somebody to get blood from me. I would like to get it done in the first try, because not everybody's good to get it done in the first try, but it would be nice to get it done in the first try. The reason why I say that is because at the end of the day, I keep making sure that somebody's trying more than once whenever it comes to phlebotomy, and that really gets the patient annoyed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, don't nobody want to get stuck more than once. And at the end of the day, you know, you don't want it being where you're putting a lot of fear on the patient. Yeah, so you want to take your time when it comes to stuff like that. Also, try to get the mind off of the stick. Like, at the end of the day, whenever you're getting phlebotomy from someone, or whenever you're doing phlebotomy on someone, you want to make sure that you kind of get their mind off of that type of stuff. Like, try to think about something else to try to get a successful stick. Like, at the end of the day, something that I would do is be like, you know, so how was the weekend for you? You know, if a holiday came up, how was your Memorial Day weekend? Did you guys do any fireworks, or did you guys get on the grill? You know, certain stuff like that. If they don't really want to talk to you as much, try to think of you know, something to try to throw them off. Like, what's something that you can say that's the worst part with COVID-19 or something like that? I'm thinking about stuff that's going on right now that you can kind of talk about, you know, to try to get them to talk. Because at the end of the day, some people don't want to talk to you because they're scared of the fear of needles, but others will actually share their experience on why, like, you know, what they feel like can be done. And, you know, that's just little things that you can kind of talk to the patients about. Other things that I can mention as far as for phlebotomy is think of happy things. Like, at the end of the day, you can think of, like, bring up happy things that's in your city or something like that. Like, here in Jacksonville, we have a lot of beaches and stuff like that. I'll say, you know, bring up something as far as where something probably the patient or donor doesn't know about. Something that I'll mention is, hey, were you able to check out the new bike rides that they got going on down at the Riverwalk? And then you never know, they might just still trying to stick still while, like, you get the blood and probably be sitting still like this, and they probably be like, I didn't even know that we had bike rides there, and it probably just go back to the regular way how they are. But at the end of the day, I'll just keep elaborating, like, yeah, you know, you could do it for almost like $25. It's $25 for 30 minutes, and you know, it's $50 for an hour. You know, just continue to talk, and the next thing you know, you're done getting the blood from the patient because you done had a whole conversation with them. So that's why I'm just like, you know, having conversations with them does help out as far as for the fear of needles. You know, as far as for the patient. Now, the fear of you with the needles, I feel as if you shouldn't be doing phlebotomy if you're really scared of needles. But at the end of the day, if you want to kind of like let that be like a little milestone that you want to overcome, basically practice on the dummies first. Like, you know, they do have those little things where you can practice and kind of buy it your own and everything like that. And I think it's like almost, I wouldn't say it's Kool-Aid, but it's probably fake blood in there. And practice on those, you know what I'm saying? Because they do have it where the blood squirts out on those type of things as well too, which does happen in real life. I have stuck people where the blood does squirt out. That just means that people got healthy blood, and also just like a healthy flow. That's what it basically means. But yeah, you just kind of want to just take your time as far as for those type of situations, and I feel like you can overcome your fear as far as for that when you practice on those type of things. I'm trying to think of other things I can kind of let you guys know. Overall, I just feel like, and I say this all the time, phlebotomy is one of those type of industries, like in the medical field, or shall I say, where you really want to get your experience with that. Because if you're really trying to go further more in the medical field, they're going to want to know, do you know how to handle certain patients when it comes to phlebotomy? You know, so that's why I just figured, you know, try to get your experience as much as you can with that. If you guys have any questions or anything, don't forget to leave it down in the comments below, because I do check that. And hopefully everybody have a good one. Peace, y'all.